I'm going to do an analysis of the SLV chart, the silver paper trade, and I was just taking a look at it because the prices was just so weak, and I was trying to figure out what the heck's going on here. And there seems to be a complete disconnect with what I'm hearing on the radio, with people being encouraged to jump into silver and start buying at this point. And I thought it was a bit curious, so I decided to go in and take a look at where the next level down is going to come in at. And it's a bit serious, for someone jumping in here. So right now the price is at 2140, and the date is Friday, May 17th. So I'm going to basically show where I've got these support levels. I've got two levels here. But before I explain that, I wanted to go back and show that we have broken down through a significant level right here at a 2534 was a support level, and it established itself at least twice, if not, it's kind of in the ballpark. It established here relatively well, right about there, right here, and then it broke down there. Okay, so if we back up and find out where the next level down is going to be, it gets a bit worrisome because it's quite a bit down there. If you notice these prices where I've got the next level down, and I'll show you where I got it, 1706, and that's not even a very strong support level. And then we got one at 1437, okay, which is more of a definite one. But if we go back to where I've got my first support line, 1706, we get a couple double hits right here with the low at 1707 on that candle and a low at 1706 on that candle. So these, that's sometime back in the end of mid-July, August of 2010, we have a double support. And then back here we have a couple candles that are kind of outside that area. And they could come into play as levels of significance, but a more pronounced level back in February of 2010 is right here. And that's at 1437. Okay. I mean, if you could go in and place support levels in these intermediaries, like right here. There's a low at 1625. And I could go in here and get it right on spot, right there. And moving that forward, if we just take a look at some more of these support levels as they relate to the price where it is now, the thing that I want to emphasize is I'm hearing a lot of salesmen on the radio trying to sell you silver, okay? Trying to encourage you to buy silver. And when I look at these support levels, I'm thinking, someone's going to get reamed, okay? Because you start buying here at 2140, and then you got your commission, and you load up, and this thing ends up going down to 15. Are you going to jump ship at 15? Okay, and who just made some money on you? Okay, so these support levels are important. So that's basically all I wanted to show. But anything can happen. This thing could be like this to scare you, and the next thing you know, you come in the next day and it's up to 24 and it never looks back and starts, moving on up. I mean, anything can happen. But the probabilities with these support levels, they held out back here with this level pretty good, and that was at 2534. But the dropout point right now from 2140 down to 1706, which is the first support, the probability is there, okay? And some of the other things that I was looking at when I was, checking out what silver was doing, is the number of months it had been selling off. And if we count them, here's a high at October of 2012. If we count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going on the 7th month in a row, which is the longest period of silver selling off on a month-by-month trend. You know, you could have traded these intermediary areas, but the holding it over long term, starting back in October, having a 7-month sell-off, that's something that is new in the SLV market or the paper trade market on silver that may not have been present prior to this. Okay, so we're looking at, I'm not talking about this entire sell-off from this larger, so I guess you could have looked at it from a larger time frame starting back here at 48 and then just say, well, the whole thing's been selling off since then. Okay, but if you're looking at intermediate terms of trading for 30 days at a time, this is about the longest sell-off period for that time frame of trading. Like if you're only going to trade for weeks at a time, then that wouldn't be significant for you. But as far as trends, this is a significant 7-week sell-off that doesn't exist in any other portion of the SLV paper trade. Okay, and that was one of the other things that I had recognized. For example, you know, back here you've got a 1-month sell-off. You had a rally for a month or several months, and then that followed with a, you know, you could have had a 2-month rally here. You had 2-month or 3-month rally there. And even that sell-off was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. But this one has been going on for 7 months. And that's what I wanted to make the distinction, that something different is in play here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now for the 7th month. So that's all I've got. Thanks for watching.